I officially don't know how long I've been in quarantine, but I do know that I've reached the point where I'm more afraid to return to society than to stay home. When things open back up, I plan on living in a bell tower and screaming at the villagers. I'm not the weird one. They weren't wearing masks. And while I'm a little nervous about what happens when we return to normal, some people are already taking it quite well.
Today is a pretty big day. The beaches are fully reopened for the first time in more than a month. And while some residents are happy, some are not.
Yeah, I'm here today to try to make a point that we need to, I think it's premature that we open our beaches. I think that we should take better measures, and it's drawing people from all over the world to our beautiful beaches. It's too soon.
Reporting live in Miramar Beach, Faith Graham, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
You know things are going great when the Grim Reaper is the most reasonable person on the beach. Now, obviously, the biggest reason to worry about opening up our country too soon is the warning from experts that it could cause another spike in coronavirus cases. And the second biggest reason to worry is that all of our offices definitely belong to the Roaches now. That Roach just got a promotion. She's now CFO of laying eggs under the coffee cup you left behind. But despite the fact that everything feels so awful right now, some changes that have happened are actually kind of an improvement, and maybe we could have been doing them all along. We could have been doing them all along.
Among those who will be seeking help, Alicia Hardwick, a hairstylist in Kentucky.
We don't have no paid days, no vacation. It's you don't work, you don't eat is what we have. So being assisted by the government in this time of need is truly something amazing.
For the first time, freelancers like Alicia can file for unemployment benefits, and so can the self-employed and members of the gig economy like an Uber or a Lyft driver, as this coronavirus recession appears to be taking everybody.
All Uber and Lyft drivers deserve to qualify for unemployment benefits, even the ones who take one look at me and assume my favorite music is Christian rock. What is it about me? Is it my hair, my encouraging smile? Is it my David Koresh was right shirt? These temporary benefits are the bare minimum we can do for everyone. It shouldn't take a pandemic for us to start taking care of people. The Uber driver who takes us to see our doctor is just as important as the doctor who drives his cold hands up our vag once a year to check for cancer, or whatever it is my dentist does down there. Unfortunately, these changes still don't go far enough. Most gig workers who have applied for unemployment are still waiting to receive benefits. Only 21 states have started paying out, while many struggle to build new programs from scratch and put applicants into old computer systems that haven't been updated since the 1970s. If you want to know how long ago that was, it was when your parents were last attracted to each other. And here's something else we could have been doing all along: not punishing people for getting sick.
Some of the insurers had said that the testing would be free, but they go further now and say they are waiving co-pays, co-insurance, and deductibles on all coronavirus costs. This is just another way trying to press the pause button on another bill in case you need to.
I'm not sure about this pause button thing. I tried pressing the Staples easy button once and my printer exploded. And speaking of other aspects of healthcare that don't need to be that expensive, two pharmaceutical giants just decided that a pandemic is no time to be gouging people with diabetes on insulin prices, unlike the previous decades, which were apparently a totally fine time to gouge them. Hopefully, companies will stop charging hundreds of dollars for a drug that costs about $3 to make. It's like how a McDonald's value meal used to cost $400 till the Fry Guys got caught spending that money on blood diamonds. And here's one more example of, hey, maybe we should have been doing this all along. An FDA-approved research program is helping expand abortion access in some states, and it happens to have the best name of all time.
A teleabortion is medical abortion, or the abortion pill, using telemedicine. You must be less than 10 weeks pregnant for teleabortion. If you qualify and want to continue, you will talk to one of our providers by video conference. Once the teleabortion provider has received your test results and you are eligible, your teleabortion package will be mailed to you.
The kit includes everything you need to have and recover from your abortion, including a Sex and the City DVD box set that also functions as a heating pad. Women may want the option of teleabortion for all sorts of reasons, like privacy, easier access, or to avoid being screamed at by a pro-life protester wearing a no-fear shirt. Another long-standing issue that our country has failed to fully reckon with is its unconscionable food waste. Fortunately, some companies are making sure unsold food actually gets into the hands of people who need it.
The public supermarket chain is going to buy fresh produce and milk from those farmers and then donate it to Feeding America food banks.
They ended up with a lot of food they couldn't use, so Delta distributed the extra meals to hospitals and food banks.
35,000 Wagyu steaks are being handed out right now. That's a value of $2 million.
All of this is great, but it shouldn't have taken this long to finally address food insecurity. And it shouldn't just be up to companies seeking good PR to do it. America has enough food to feed everyone. Look, I don't have the stats to back this up, but I feel like getting rid of the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating contest alone would feed 5,000 hungry families.
I love to eat. I love doing it. I love the win. So I had to figure out my body and push it to the limit. That's Joey Chestnut in his own words, talking about how he continues to elevate his game.
I haven't seen someone down wieners like that since your mom. Ew. I'm sorry. This is all I have left to give. Of all the side effects of the outbreak, one of the most encouraging is that some states are working to reduce their inmate population. The United States has the highest incarceration rate of any country in the world, and inmates are the only people right now who are probably less safe staying inside.
The state of California wants to relieve jail overcrowding by setting some low-level offenders free, so it's mandated no bail for low-level misdemeanor and felony arrests.
Anybody that doesn't have to be in prison is not being sent to prison. Anybody who's nonviolent or ready to be released is out.
In Florida last week,
164 inmates were released to stop the spread of coronavirus.
These state orders were made to protect sick, vulnerable, nonviolent prisoners. Except for Michael Cohen, who will be released under the recent "he sucks, could you get him out of here" statute. Reevaluating who really needs to be in prison may be a smart move to curb the spread of coronavirus, but it's also a smart move for our criminal justice system, period. While all of these changes are huge and important, a few small things are happening that we shouldn't give up when we someday have to see each other again. Like no longer giving handshakes, especially the cool ones that I mistook for hugs because I overestimated the level of our friendship. And it's nice that airlines are now allowing more scheduling flexibility and waiving fees for flight changes. In fact, airlines are so desperate for business, if you pay for first class, they'll let you skywrite anything you want. Unfortunately, I accidentally wrote that over your mom's house, and viewer, I got those nudes. Your mom's keeping it tight. Meanwhile, in a bid to prevent small businesses from closing, several states are giving restaurants more freedom in what they can deliver.
The coronavirus pandemic has led to Americans buying more booze. California is one of several states allowing restaurants to sell cocktails if a customer orders food.
We should keep that change, both because it could, in a small way, help restaurants rebound faster, and so when I throw a cocktail in my frenemy's face, it can happen in the comfort of my own home. Ina Garten knows what she did. Look, if there's anything we've all universally learned during this pandemic, it's that I can no longer hide my secret family. But if there's another, it's that we can afford to protect each other through social safety nets. Healthcare, labor practices, and the criminal justice system shouldn't require a literal act of God to start fixing. When this pandemic is over, we have to keep fighting for and reimagining a fairer, more equitable world. It's up to you and me and him. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules about who the heroes are. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. You might be the 1 millionth subscriber, or the 1 millionth and 1th or 2th. I mean, who's counting? I am. Please subscribe.